Justin Hall down low, bunted, rebound, scores! It's Justin Hall!
What's up, Leaf fans? Welcome back to Go Leafs Go, the series where I give my analysis on every single Leaf game. This is game 3 out of 82. Leafs win 3-2 over the Ottawa Senators in the Battle of Ontario on Hockey Night in Canada. Honestly, I thought it was an amazing game. I enjoyed it very much. The one thing I can say is that I feel really bad for Matt Murray, as it's supposed to be his start. But earlier on in the day, we learned that he had groin discomfort and he would be placed on the LTIR, which really sucked for him because this was a chance to really solidify himself back as the number one goalie or with a tandem with Samsonov. I feel like I said, I really feel really bad for Murray as he just can't get any luck right now. But so because of the Murray injury, the Leafs had to call up Erik Källgren, who honestly there was possibility he wasn't even able to go because he got hurt on Friday when he got run over in a Marley game. So I mean, there was a possibility that we were gonna have to figure it out and have an emergency backup or something like that. But thank God Källgren was able to be called up quickly, and he became the backup. So without further ado, let's just get started with the game goal by goal. So the first period starts and the Leafs are absolutely dogging the Senators. They're outplaying them, out-rushing them, out-chancing them, everything. And then kind of a soft call happens with the penalty on Marner. You guys can say it's a penalty. I know it obviously was a penalty. Personally, I think it was a little bit of a soft call. But the ref calls what the ref calls, and you can't really argue with it. Keefe was blown up right there. His face was beat red. I don't blame him because it was a soft call, and there's something later on that makes him more mad. But so on the ensuing power play, the Senators are really doing well. They're cycling the puck, getting the puck deep, passing it to the point, and then what I personally think is the reason why they scored, which I'm going to get to in a second. Sportsnet puts on in the middle of the power play. Leafs are 9 for 9 on the season in the penalty kill. Right, I think not even 20 seconds later. So a nice pass to Giroux. Giroux passes straight to Shane Pinto, and he scores. And maybe Samsonov should have had it, but I mean, it was a good shot. You can't even lie. It was technically a one-timer, and it is a penalty kill, so you can't really, blame the goalie, as there's only 4 defenders there. But beautiful shot by Pinto. Pinto had a really good game, in my opinion. Same with their goalie Anton Forsberg, who absolutely stonewalled the Leafs in the first period. And yeah, that's pretty much the only goal in the first period, and the period ends 1-0 Senators. Also, there was big controversy at the end of the first period, as the Leafs should have had a power play, as the guy shoots it straight out, and the ref thought it hit off one of the Leafs' skate. Personally, I didn't really see it that much. I didn't really see it one way or the other. I'm not going to be biased and say, yeah, it was 100% a penalty, because personally, I understand where the refs are coming from. It looked like it was deflected. It did go straight out, but it did look like it was kind of deflected, so I can see why. And also, it's not a challengeable call, so that's why I can see. But Leafs, Keefe was mad. He was beat red, and he was yelling at the refs the whole rest of and then in the beginning of the second, he was doing the same thing. A little bit of controversy, but I mean, if the refs don't call it, it's not a penalty. That's kind of the way it is. If you get tripped on a breakaway and they don't call it, they don't call it. That's the way it is. That's the way the refs do it, and you can't really be mad about it because it's still a lot of game to play. So in the beginning of the second period, the Ottawa Senators are building off the good end of the first period, and they end up doing really well. They end up out shooting the Leafs, I believe, 7-2 at one point, and Ilya Samsonov is playing great. It's really good high risk chances for the Ottawa Senators. Like I said, Ilya Samsonov is playing good, making the good saves. And then I believe in the last 30 seconds, Justin Hall just dogging his way into the freaking zone as a forechecker. He passes it to the point. It ends up on Jake Buzzin's stick. David Kamp's in front. He gets the shot. He tips it. Leafs score, and it's 1-1 tied going into the third. Honestly, I did not expect it to happen. I have my phone. I was on my phone looking at Twitter, looking at all the stuff happening around, and then they score. I'm not gonna lie. I jumped out of my seat, high-fived my parents. They were ecstatic at the last, I think 20 seconds. The Leafs tied it. And then going into the third, it's a 1-1 tie. So going into the third, honestly, this third period was very exciting. I thought, It was very sloppy, which personally I enjoy as a hockey fan. I like seeing like all the shots, a lot of mistakes by the Leafs and the Senators. Eventually, there's a power play that the Leafs get, and it's a pretty good power play. Basically, the usual like cycle. They get cleared a few times, but then Mitch Marner goes over top of somebody, passes it back to Tavares. Tavares is a little touch pass. Matthews the cross crease to Nylander. Nylander with a beautiful shot right over Forsberg, snipes it. Leafs score, and it's 2-1 Leafs. I did not expect that to happen. Honestly, the power play didn't even like show like it was really doing well at that time. It was kind of just out of nowhere, just like. And then Anton Forsberg, he was playing so good. I literally thought he was gonna. I literally thought he saved it, but then I seen that it went in. I was so ecstatic. But then the Leafs score, and it's 2-1 Leafs. So then after that, I'm thinking like maybe a minute 50 after, there's a mad scramble in front of the net. The puck ends up being shot. It ends up going after off of TJ Brody's skate. And Samsonov, I feel like he has it. He does have it, but then he kind of lets it trickle through. And Claude Giroux's wide open. Nobody takes him. And he pots it, making it a 2-2 game. Personally, I think that they could have played a little bit better defense there, like maybe block the center of the ice where the puck usually is. TJ Brody didn't do a good job closing out, in my opinion. Neither did the other three guys that were puck watching. It happens, and it's a 2-2 tie. And then with about 2:50 or 2:30 left, around there, Justin Holl scores, and the play was amazing. It was a pass from Mitch Marner, the Bunting. Bunting kind of just throws it on net. Justin Holl with the poke. I don't know where he is playing. He's supposed to be playing on the point, but I don't know why he was up so far. But it doesn't matter. It works. He scores. His reaction shows it all. It was so. I'm kind of happy for Hall. He had a really good last 2 games. I hope he plays good the rest of the season, because I am rooting for him. At the same time, it's like he does make the defensive gas that you don't want a defenseman to make. But when he plays well, he does play well, and you got to give him credit for that. It was a really good goal. And like I said, the expression shows it all. And yeah, it was a pretty clean rest of the game for the Leafs. A bunch of high chance shots for the Senators at the end of the game. But Samsonov stands tall, and the Leafs win 3-2. So personally, I thought it was a really good showing from the Leafs. They didn't die. They didn't lay down and die when Forsberg was playing so good. He was standing on his head. They showed a lot of heart in this game, in my opinion, to like keep coming back after getting scored on. And they just didn't give up, which is really good for the boys. They still have another game on Monday against Arizona Coyotes, so hopefully they play well in that game. So like I said, I really feel good for Justin Holl. He played a really good game. I believe he was the first star of the game, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to say nothing bad about the Senators. They had a really good game. They're really improved from last year. Like, it's not even close in my opinion. Their top 6 is like nasty. Shane Pinto had a good game. Anton Forsberg had a really good game, except for those few goals that like I don't believe he should have let in. But that happens to the best goalies. And yeah, it was a pretty clean win for the Leafs. Battle of Ontario. Leafs win 3-2. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And like we always say on this channel, go Leafs, go!